Hey guys, Huz here, bringing you another video, this time on Lee Sin Jungle. A few people have asked for me to show some games that me and my new team have been playing, so this is one of the games. We are actually using a sub right now, seeing that Patsy is busy this weekend, so we are using someone called Snozy, who I believe is a fan of Fies. But yeah, he does pretty well, and we will be playing Go For Lol on the weekend. So I am playing Lee Sin. I have to say, with my new jungle role, I am playing quite a lot of Lee Sin. I'll quickly actually turn that down a little bit. It's quite loud. I don't know if it's loud on the video, but it's quite loud in my ears anyway. Anyway, we are looking to invade their blue buff, but for what they don't know is, we're going to go this way, and they're also going to come and try and invade our red. So as you can see, it's kind of yin and yang at the moment, but we know that they're there due to this lovely ward. Now, they're not warding as they go in, so they have no idea we're coming back around for them. At any second, you will see a level 1 fight between two generally diamond or full diamond teams. Anyway, moving into the bush, big taunt, 4-man taunt by Shen. First blood goes to us, goes to Thresh, 4 paws, flashes out. I think he may get out, go back to the fight though. There's another kill, and then moving on to the Jacks. Now, right now on communications, we are shouting as loud as we can, really, to what targets we are trying to pick off. Anyway, Lissandra is trying to base at a really weird area. Would have thought she would try to suicide. But anyway, that is the first fight of the game. So generally, it went well. So yeah, I remember this game being, I think it was Friday night. And yeah, that is a start that could not be happier with. Now, one thing I probably could say I could change right now is maybe I should have gone back and then did this red buff, but still, it's okay. We have got a massive lead there. I use my smite just for the sake of it, and I think I may head back to base. They do have a ward on it, and I knew kind of they had a ward on it, so I wanted to be a bit careful when I was taking this red. Elise had to solo her, so it would pretty much put me on par with the enemy Elise in kind of jungle speed times. Now, you will see two things I may point out. Is their jungle Elise did not opt for a Doran's Blade start, even though that they invaded. Elise, as I will mention when I'm doing the jungle Elise guide, you really want to get that item if you're invading. It gives you so much more damage in a 1 or a level 1 fight, because she doesn't not do much in level 1. You could see in that team fight, if you want to watch it a few times, she really didn't do that much. Where Lee, I started Doran's Blade. I wanted to go ham, and I did so by getting that item. Anyway, moving over to my blue buff, we'll be picking this up fairly easy. Now, generally the thing that we do with myself jungling with the team is 4paws is a very good top laner. You're probably familiar with who he is, but he generally never loses lane, and that is a great thing for me being in jungle, because I know I can rely on him. Just having a secure laning phase is really nice. I don't have to camp top, I don't need to really go there. We'll kill him every now and then, and now we are moving into the area to try and kill him. Lovely taunt, use the W to jump onto 4paws there, and we're going to continue for the kill. He does jump back on my face, and I pick up the kill for myself. So this is making myself 202 now after 3.5 odd minutes. So that was a relatively good gank. Fairly obvious that it was probably incoming. Jax had no ward, so did not even know it was coming. But if I was him, yeah, that was fairly obvious that it were to come. Anyway, moving over to Wolves just to pick it up. Now our mid lane, half past Thor. He's a relatively aggressive mid laner from what I can tell on most champions. And we have started to really get our synergy together. Now, that's one thing I want to say is a mid laner and a jungler, you guys need real good synergy if you're in a team or even in solo queue. If you have a team that your jungler and mid laner are on point together, yeah, you'll be having a much better time. I'd say a jungler synergy with mid is more important than a jungler synergy with top. So, yeah, it's just the way that I kind of see things. Anyway, I think I throw a ward out in the banana bush. Yes, I do. Seeing if we can do anything to this Lissandra, but I do doubt it at this point. She has relatively good escape, but later on we may be able to pick her off. So I'm standing here for now, just seeing if we can do anything, but I just decide to back off. But I know Elise is moving around, and we see her because of the ward in the banana bush, and I'm going to make my way back up to this area. Now, we do obviously know that she's in there, so me and Thor any second will collapse, and here we go. E, because we know she's in there. Now, she does really quickly get out, but we do decent damage, or decent enough damage. Bot lane, Fi just killed their AD carry, and I believe they might pick up the Lulu as well any second. Unfortunately, they don't. But still, one trade or a one kill for nothing is always nice. So generally, how well is the team going? Really well, I think. We did Go For Lol relatively early to when I joined the team and still was getting used to jungle. But since then, I'd say I've really grasped jungle a lot better. I'm really playing a lot of Lee Sin because I think if you master Lee Sin, you'll be doing really well in the jungle because he's one of the most mechanical junglers in existence in League of Legends to this day. So if you go good Lee Sin, you're probably going to be easily a good Jarvan. Elise is slightly different, and yeah, I'm quite happy with my Elise play, and I'm playing her when I'm not playing Lee pretty much. So if you ever come across us in Golfalor, you know what to ban against me. But yeah, I'm having a blast. I said to Fi when I rejoined the team, he was a bit, everybody was a bit, are you going to be okay because you got bored of top, etc. I said, as long as I'm involved in the game, I'm actually really happy. And jungle, you cannot get more involved. You are the main meat of getting the kills, securing the kills early in the game, and I'm loving it. So I think from now on, I think I will see myself being a jungler. I think it's just natural for me to do so, and I am really having fun in this role. Anyway, there is a pink gone down. Now, this pink, I think it does give vision of this pink over here, but I'm going to just clear it out so we still have ours active, and that's just a wasted pink by them. So that's nice and lovely. Now, we do have Zed in the area with level 6. He lanterns over the wall, and we're going to maybe look for a play. I'm not level 6 yet, which is a bit of a bummer. And then Thor also hits a trap, so that kind of ruins all the plays that were potentially going to happen. But buffs are up relatively soon in the next 20 to 30 seconds. I somehow missed that Q onto both golems, don't even know how. So I'm probably going to just head over there, clear them out, or maybe even come bot lane. Yeah, I'm just going to do the double golems and then probably just head to red. Now, we know Elise is in this area. I think we do have a ward. Yes, we do, on blue buff. So we know she's down here as well as this ward here. So they will probably play fairly passive in the next couple seconds. I actually have come down bottom lane before the red buff has spawned. It's just spawned now, just to see if they're going to make a play or anything like that. Now, I've already told Snowzy that he can lantern me in any second. Unfortunately, he does really get bursted. He wasn't able to W me in time, but if we pick up the Elise, that would be great. But there is also a TP from Lissandra. So right now we are at a big disadvantage. Fi gets Lissandra ulted, but he does get the cleanse off. 4 paws Shen ults on top of him, and they manage to start cleaning this fight. I am still lurking in the shadows, trying to do as much as I can. Double kill for Fi, and relatively an okay fight. But this does leave Jax just free farming up the top lane, which is not the best. He may get a free tower eventually. Now, I am relatively low. My buffs are up. The blue buff will be up in the next 5-10 seconds. But I am too low to do anything about it. So I will probably just back, and I do. And what do I buy? If we go into my build, start at Doran's Blade and move straight into the Sightstone. Now, this is a big thing about Lee Sin, and I want to make it apparent to you. If you're watching this video and you play Lee Sin jungle, or even top or mid, and you're not building Sightstone, let me please try and change your mind. Sightstone is the item for Lee Sin. It makes you be able to always, well, more or less always do the insect type play where you ward behind them, jump to it, kick them right back into your team. Hopefully you'll see some of that in this game. I am doing it pretty much every game. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to see that. Anyway, they are doing their blue buff. They do know of the presence of thingy there, or Thor there. But they do an early smite, but I think we may just jump on her face and kill her, and we do. So there's double buffs for Thor, being that Zed. I think did he get double buffs, or did the red refresh? Unfortunately, the red went down. Now, I do kill off both of the little minions just so we can get a timer. Fi has started the dragon early, and I'm going to jump on it with my smite still up. So how do I play Lee Sin jungle? You can play in many different ways, and that's why I love Lee Sin. He's one of the most versatile junglers, or even champions in the game. You can build him tanky, damagey, etc. Now, generally, in my team, I build Lee Sin generally tanky, with high mobility. So I get mobility boots, I get my early Sightstone, and I just try and gank as much as I can when I get my 6. When I get my 6, I can do the insect plays and make stuff happen. Now, again, I am going to base before I do my buffs. Now, one thing you'll note is even though I started Doran's Blade, I rushed my Sightstone, I have moved into Madred's Razor. This is just to help me clear a little bit faster so I can keep up in CS. Like, Lee Sin's clear is relatively good, but you still want to keep up in farm more or less with an Elise. Elise has very good clear when she's in spider form, when she's in human form, but yeah, that's just a personal thing. That is pretty much just an optional Madred's. But I did opt for it this game, as they do have quite a lot of AD damage as well. They have they have a good balanced team, I would say. They have a Jax heavy AD, Caitlyn heavy AD, Elise semi AP as a jungler, Lissandra, very obviously heavy AP, and then Lulu will be doing a hybrid. I think I may look for a bot gank relatively soon, clear out the red buff, so I do have that right now. Now you'll note I'm sporting the Mai Tai Lee Sin, or however you pronounce it. I would say it's my kind of favourite Lee Sin skin. Animation-wise, it's my favourite by far. Design-wise, not my favourite. Now what I mean by that is his animations of his kick, his Q, etc., they just feel more fluid to me, and I'm actually finding I'm playing better using the skin. It's obviously nonsense, and yeah, skins don't help you play better, but I don't know, to me, it's maybe it's a mental thing, but it is actually, I'm seeing an improvement in my performance. Where I do have Bruce Lee, and I do have traditional, where I used to use them, but right now, Muay Thai or whatever is my favourite. Was looking on a gank on Jax, but he does have a ward right on where I just jumped down, so unfortunately I don't think we'll make anything happen. Now he does have vision of me in this area, so that means the enemy does, but right now we know the Elise is in this bush. We had a ward here, and that's where she actually came from, as well as if she eventually walks in this bush, we will see, but yep, she's completely shown into the lane. Hook misses, unfortunately, which they may have potentially made a play. We were going to try and kill the Lissandra, but without killing her, I just simply... Well, we didn't have enough damage to kill her, so I just finally kick her away, just so it's enough damage to force her to back. We are probably going to try and take the tier 2 here and do the best we can. I just delay a little bit to use that ward to just get a little bit more vision. Z ultimate is down, trying to finish her up. Use my E, going in for the kill. I tanked the tower for a bit, and we basically just swapped aggro and managed to pick up the Elise, which was quite nice. That might have even given Thor a double buff again, or at least red. So the game is going relatively good right now, as you could say. It's 10-1. Now, are all of our games going like this? No. When we're all playing well, are they going like this? Yes. What I mean by that is we're still lacking communication as a team. The majority of the team has only been together for about a month, and then myself, the new addition as jungler, only just over a week, I think it is now. So we're still communication issues. We're still kind of working out the kinks of who's going to be making calls, who's going to be timing things, who's going to be calling when to do Drake, etc. Late game calls. We're working all that stuff out. So that's going to take a bit of time, and we will understand that. But we still want to generally perform quite high, as you know, we are generally good players, and you'd expect quite a bit, I'd say, from the lineup. Anyway, clear out that bot wave just so it won't hit tower in time. The enemy bot lane does base as well, but I'm going to continue go over and farm a little bit. Now, one thing I will say is you probably will see an increase, I have said, of jungle content, but you probably see an increase of Lee Sin content too, as I am planning to actually make him my main jungler. Right now, I think he's actually tied my most played champion this season, as I have been playing a considerable amount of Lee Sin games over the past 3 days. Any jungle opportunity I can play right now, I am playing Lee, just to perfect him. I really do want to get him down and perfected. So that will be happening. I do have other commentaries available. I've literally got about 6 that I could do for Lee Sin, but I don't want to spam you with them. But maybe in a week's time or 2 weeks' time, there'll be another Lee Sin jungle one. Maybe in solo queue or even with the team. I don't know. But yeah, it's going relatively well right now. Anyway, we were looking for a gank. Now, they have no idea we're in this area right now, but, well, kind of they do, which is a bit weird. Anyway, was looking for the kill, used a little bit of an insect play. Wasn't really needed. She does go down, and we're going to pick up the blue buff. Relatively good play, good communication by me and Thor. Always looking for that pick when the blue buff is coming up, as you know they're going to go for it. Give that over to Zed, as CDR on him is king, and I love it a lot. Anyway, going to try our best to head down bottom lane. Shen ultimate, good ultimate on Thresh, and we're going to move in to try and kill the rest. Anyway, it would be great if I had ultimate right, or ultimate to do a bit more plays, but it's okay. We managed to get the complete sweep. So being 14-1 right now is the score. Now, I kind of forgot how much of this kind of was a stomp, inverted commas, or brackets, whatever you want to call them. It was basically due to the start we had, and now I want to point that out, is your level 1s do matter. They matter a lot. And this is what can happen if you just give that level 1 away. Don't ward in. If you're invading, make sure you have a ward behind you if you know that they're flanking you. Them type of things can make a big difference. Anyway, these guys are going to push to tier 2. I'm going to head back and see if I can just buy some more items. So my build right now, Doran's Blade is the item I started with. but worked it into a early Sightstone, then got the Madreds, then got the Boots of Mobility. I have now upgraded to the main Ruby Sightstone as well as a Ruby Crystal. Anyway, they are actually continuing relatively quite hard into the fight. Now, unfortunately, that was a taunt that missed, but they do kill the Elise. Good ignite by Four Paws, and I think they may even escape, or Lulu is looking for the kill. It's like a great white shark, and then Fi hits a trap, which is unfortunate. Four Paws is going to continue looking for a kill, and I actually get the snipe onto the Lulu with my Q, which is relatively nice, and move in maybe for... I think we're going to go for Drake, but anyway, there is a Jax kind of getting relatively strong, and Thor, our Zed, went up there to try and stop him, and he got killed. So we do have to look out for that Jax, as Jax is a very strong champion, as you'd imagine. But yeah, as I was mentioning, this game is more of a stomp than I remembered. I had a list on my LoL replay list of, right, which Lee Sin game am I going to do? And I just picked a random one. Obviously, I remember all of them when I actually was playing them. But yeah, I will upload another Lee Sin game, a closer Lee Sin game, within the next week. I will assure you that. So look out for that in the next week or so. But this is kind of showing, you know, where our team's kind of at. Now, the enemy team, from memory, is all diamond players, maybe even high platinum, which is relatively the same as us. In our team right now, the Zed, Half Past Thor, he is, I think, Diamond 3. Myself, Diamond 4 in Promotion Series. I'm hoping to get back to Diamond 2, even maybe Diamond 1 before the season's out. Obviously, it has been extended 2 more weeks. We've got Fi, who is Diamond 5. We have Four Paws, who is currently Platinum 2, but he really hasn't played a lot of solo queue. So I'm hoping, or he's hoping, rather, that he's going to get, you know, Diamond before the season's out. Looking for the Insect. Another Insect goes down straight into the Zed, and we managed to get that kill again. So yeah, I'm getting used to Lee Sin, you could say. I'd say 80% of the time I am doing them correctly. But yeah, I am still failing them occasionally, which are very embarrassing, especially if you're streaming. I can assure you. But yeah, I'll definitely upload more games where they're closer. I did one earlier with Four Paws. Me and him were duo queuing throughout the day, and there was a very good game in that. So maybe I'll upload that one. So just tell me in the comments below if you want to see more 5v5 content, as maybe I'll make a separate series of ranked 5v5s, maybe include communications. I'll have to talk to everybody about that, but maybe. Anyway, Cheno is coming down on me. Good. Well, it was unfortunate that he kind of got TP'd in there, but he got the good taunt, I believe, onto the Caitlyn, which does give us the kill. And I think we will just continue for the tower. Yeah, he did get there in time. Or no, he died. Jax was killing him, but he did give me the shield to engage. That was it. So going to just back off. We managed to get the first tower in the game of their base. So that's a relatively good find, and we don't need anything else. We're not going to overextend that much for the inhib. Going to head back, and we do have to look out for their rush of Baron. Now, they are desperate. It is rather a big goal difference, big score difference, and they're probably going to do anything to make it back into this game. Now, you notice my items, I have now gone into Ages of the Legion. I do adore this item on most of my junglers, especially when you build it into the locket. Now, my style of play is obviously gank heavy, as well as in a team fight, I really do get in the mix. If I'm playing Jarvan, Elise, Lee Sin, etc., I'm in the middle of the team fight half the time. Going to look for this Jax, hopefully manage to pick up the kill. Unfortunately, he does flash away, which is a good flash to get, but still. But yeah, I play very gank heavy or team fight orientated or gank heavy junglers, and having Ages on that type of thing is actually pretty damn good. Anyway, going to move over for the Lissandra, hopefully pick up the kill. Going to do a bit of plays, showboat into the hook, and we're going to pick up the Lissandra eventually. Flash picks it up, which is fine with me, and we move on. So that is, you know, we're starting to get communication. Now, I will point out that I have more communication with Patsy, who I've known for a few years, than this sub who is Snozy, but nonetheless, he is actually very good and a very good substitute to have. Going to push up the bot wave to try and get to the tier 2 relatively soon. The team is moving in from the side, so we're just going to collapse. Now, we obviously do have that Shen, but no ultimate at the moment, so we do have to be careful. I don't have my ultimate right now. We are still 35 seconds away. Once I have that up, we can probably just pick off the Caitlyn if I manage to get a QW behind her with the ward and kick her into my team. Shen is pushing, so all we want to do right now is delay them as much as possible. We see all 5 of them here, where Shen has a free lane, and this is perfect for us. We don't need to engage, we do not need to fight. Just be patient, and everything will be alright. I didn't really mean to rhyme there, but that kind of happened. Unfortunately, Fi does get cocooned. We have to be careful on the engages coming in. Cleanse goes down for Fi, which is great, and we're going to move in for the rest of the team fight. I pick up the Sandra for myself, and then I think any second I flash out to just survive, and that might be the end of the team fight. We get 2 of them for none of us. So right now my score being 4-0-13. I am looking from the side to see if I can get a ward kick, and I think we may do a kind of harpoony, whatever submarine thing with a Lee Sin. Now they do have vision of me here right now, which I was unaware of. She just put the ward down. Anyway, I'm calling on Mumble. Shen ult me, go, go, go. Here we go, moving in for the fight. Now, I think this is my first death. Unfortunately, yes, it is. I go down, but it's definitely worth it. We get all 3. So, there we go. That was a relatively good play. And, you know, that's team play. That's what you do in rank 5s that you don't do in solo queue. It's a difference. Anyway, they are going to push up the tier, or the first tier, or tier 3, rather, in the bot wave. But there is a free inhib open, so I think they may just run over there and pick it up. Now, right now, I have finished my locket. Which will give me that extra shield. If I had Locket that fight, I actually would have survived, which would have been quite nice, as I don't like dying. But still, it's fine with me. So my score being 4-1-16, relatively good score. Most assists in the game, I want to say. Yes, most assists in the game, as well as in only 1 death and 4 kills for myself. So, generally good play by myself this game. Have had better games on Lee Sin. Have had bad games. You know, I'm not excused for having bad games myself. Every player has bad games. And so, you know, if you're having a bad streak, you know, I'm there with you. I've had them myself. Now, one thing you'll notice in this game is the CS between me and Elise. Very low. Especially mine. Mine is terrible this game, but I've made up for it with securing objectives, ganking, and getting assists. Don't let it fool you that CS is not important as a jungler. It is. It's very important. But this game, I was more focused on team-orientated things than self-orientated things, and that's why I do have 16 assists. Anyway, Dragon is up with the Draven ward, obviously. Spotting that out, I'm going to head over to Red Buff for myself. I think I do actually pick up this for myself because Fi doesn't really need it right now. I think he's just focusing on getting the bot farm. Now, obviously, our Zed being 11-1-6 is very fed as well. Had a very good game. He's actually learning Zed. He knows the champion fairly well, but he wants to get confident enough to play it in like Go for LOL and that type of thing. Jumping over to attack the dragon, pick this up, and we're probably going to look to close the game out in the next few minutes. Fi being 8-1-10, very good game on Ezreal. Ezreal obviously being one of his favourite and best ADs. I think Graves may be his best and favourite, as well as Corki, and maybe even Jinx is in there now. Moving over from well, they actually have vision all up in this area. I think we may clear them out eventually. Yep, they're going to clear out that one, so they do know we have vision or cleared it out. So we're sieging right now. Shen up top lane is dueling the Jax. He's actually won that duel so far. Jax is trying to base. Right now we're going to try and take this tower as quick as possible. So I'm going to give it a few auto attacks. Even though I don't have a lot of damage, going to tank that up for Fi and move a little bit more back. Now, what other builds can you do on Lee Sin? Now, you can opt for a damage build, but it is obviously more risky. With damage comes less tankiness, and with me being in the middle of a team fight, yeah, that's why I generally don't do it. But if I were to get more fed in this game, now we're going for an engage, maybe. Thor, tongue twister. Thor goes in, uses ultimate on Jax, manages him to pick him up, and we're just going to steamroll into the base. Now, I actually get exhausted, which is a bit odd. But anyway, I think that might be the game. This Lissandra, I remember, didn't want to die, so I'm still trying to chase her. And I think I finally pick her up now. And there we go. So yeah, that was generally my Lee Sin play. But as I was saying, you can opt for more damage. But with going damage brings you less tankiness. And that is the game. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. There will be more content coming up soon. I will definitely upload more games that is closer. This is just the one I randomly picked, and it happened to be a relatively good game by us. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.